Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy Sam Pierce alongside my main man DM, and this week on the road to WrestleMania, it's our WrestleMania 29 prediction show.
Yay! All right.
Last night's Raw has finalized the card for this upcoming Sunday's WrestleMania 29 pay-per-view. Personally, to me, it doesn't really seem like a WrestleMania caliber card, but we've mentioned that before. We're going to go through the matches one by one and predict who we think is going to win them, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, this is all true. What he said. Okay. First of all, we already tried recording this once. We only got like a minute in, and then we just weren't feeling it at all because
we're not feeling this WrestleMania. We're not.
We're not feeling it. Not feeling it at all.
No.
So first of all, okay, this is the match we're doing from Raw. Zack Ryder versus Wade Barrett, because the matches to choose from, it was like a tag team match between the Bellas and the Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
And like Ziggler and who was
Ziggler and Bryan.
That would have been good. Whatever. I love
That was
Ryder.
actually a good match. Probably the best match we've seen on Raw in weeks, because Raw has been just total shit. It has just been squash matches. Like Mark Henry versus Santino the week before WrestleMania, Wade Barrett versus Zack Ryder, like just to make a guy look good. You don't have to put him in against a jobber every single time.
Zeb Coulter versus Alberto Del Rio.
Well, Zeb Coulter, I obviously have the utmost respect for.
Absolutely.
But let's get going here with the card. The pre-show match has been announced. That's going to be The Miz versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental title in what's being called the first interactive pre-show match. So I assume maybe that you get to decide what move the wrestler does next.
You get to decide the outcome. You decide the finish.
You are the booker.
You are the booker. Yeah, I feel like this is the pre-show match that should not be the pre-show match, because I think Miz and Barrett both deserve to be on the main card, but that's just me. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought they definitely did as well, but you do need one breather match. Typically, there's one breather match on WrestleMania that you put in between the main event and the match that comes before it, just to sort of give people a chance to go take a piss before the main event, because it's gonna be like 40 minutes with entrances and everything, post-match celebration and stuff. And that match is the mixed tag team bout between Tons of Funk, the Funkadactyls, Cody versus.
What did you say?
Tons of funk.
Oh my goodness.
As they take on Rhodes Scholars and the Bellas.
Yeah. So okay, predictions for the pre-show match. What do you say?
Clean win by Miz, probably with a figure 4 leg lock to just tribute to Ric Flair. I know his family's going through some tough stuff right now. So.
Okay, I say I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Clean
a
run by
meaningless
Miz.
title anyway if it's not on the pay-per-view. It used to be a really meaningful title, but no longer.
Okay, moving on. Next, we have, as you mentioned before, the mixed tag between Cody Rhodes and the Bellas versus
Cody Rhodes and the Bellas? What about Damian
Oh,
Sandow?
Damian Sandow. Oh, I forgot about him. Well, he's not very important. And
You
we got-
ignoramus! Silence!
And Brodus Clay, Sweet Tea, Tensai. I feel bad for that guy. And the Funkadactyls.
Dude, remember when Tensai was with Big Johnny? He was with Big Johnny
Yeah,
when Big Johnny came in last
And then
year.
they switched him with the Big Show.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Okay, we're not even going to talk about this, wasting time. So, prediction.
I assume that the dancing team wins here. It doesn't
Yeah,
really
they
matter.
They're going to have a bunch. This is the finish, but the Sweet Tea and so funny. Tensai and Brodus Clay are going to win, and then they're going to have a bunch of little kids whose parents paid 10 grand each to have them come in the ring and dance. That's the finish. Okay, moving on. Fandango versus Chris Jericho.
Fandingus, as I like
Fandingus.
to call him. Yeah, I mean, his debut match is on WrestleMania, which for him personally is a great opportunity. Chris Jericho's a part-timer, and I always believe that part-timers shouldn't get the same opportunities that full-timers should. And if they're really looking to push Fandingus, which they obviously are, because his debut match is on WrestleMania against a guy like Chris Jericho, then give Fandingus the win here. And, if you're going to push him, then do it right and give him a big win here at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that they're giving a guy. Well, it's not really his debut because, it's that character's debut. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Johnny Curtis, right? He's wrestling, but under Fandango. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. His wrestling debut's on Mania, but yeah, I don't know. You can't rip on Jericho for being a part-timer. He's got to deal with his world-famous band Fozzy.
It's actually really popular. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know people love the Fozzmeister.
Yeah, well, wow. Well, yeah, I know. He's pretty good. So prediction, I don't know. Actually, honestly, I don't know. Probably Fandango, I guess, if they're willing to give his
sense. But WrestleMania is often known for having a lot of like clean face finishes, just because it's so attractive to the mainstream to have the good guys win. You know what I mean? But yeah, I say Fandangus in that one.
Me too. Okay, moving on. We have Ryback versus Mark Henry, Monster versus Monster, World's Strongest Man versus another very strong man.
Not the world's strongest. This match actually makes sense. I feel like these are the types of matches you should have at WrestleMania, like themed matches. You know, you have two of the really strong guys going head to head. You know, something's got to give here. And you know, Ryback was brought in, and he, you know, was fighting three jobbers, just that really illustrated his strength. And you know, when he challenged for the WWE Championship and didn't win it, I think that really hurt him because he had a lot of opportunities to win that WWE title, and he never did. I think since this is Ryback's first WrestleMania match, another WrestleMania debut here, Ryback should pick up the victory here. I think it would look very good on Ryback to have a big win, possibly get up Mark Henry on his shoulders for that shell-shocked. And I think that'll be a big moment in Ryback's career, and hopefully just, you know, push him further along the road towards hopefully even a world title within the next year on SmackDown would be nice.
Yeah, I really like this match. It's definitely WrestleMania quality. I think my prediction for this match actually is not Ryback. I think Mark Henry's going to win this one.
Really?
Actually, yeah, I do. He just returned, and I feel like they want to build up his heel status.
Yes, but you know, you gotta think the value of having Ryback lose versus Mark Henry winning.
Well, hey, keep in mind, they've had Ryback lose already multiple times in the past, so I feel like he's sort of slipping, and I think
which is why I think they want to have him win here to put him back on track.
Who knows?
So your prediction is your prediction.
You're saying Ryback, and I am saying Mark Henry.
Let's make a bet on that one.
Okay, next match. It is the WWE Tag Team Championship match versus Team Hell No and Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston.
Yeah.
I can't speak today.
Ziggler and Langston have been having a little bit of trouble over the past few weeks. Just subtle hints of miscommunication between the trio of Ziggler, Langston, and AJ. I think that Ziggler and Langston are going to lose this match due to that miscommunication coming to a head at WrestleMania. Team Hell No will retain here, and I think that might set up something for Ziggler later on in the night, but we'll talk a little bit about that later. My prediction here is Team Hell No retains clean when Ziggler and Langston get into an argument of some sort.
And I agree with that statement. Okay. Yeah, and next match we're going to talk about, wow, we're not going to get through all of these. Okay. Sheamus, Big Show, and Randy Orton. Whoa. Yeah? Oh, yeah, that is. Okay. I can't read today. I don't know what the hell is going on. Sheamus, Big Show, Randy Orton versus Shields. Really quick.
Okay, you know.
We don't have a lot of time.
Oh, my God. You know what? The Shield has turned into a really generic group, in my opinion, and this is just a generic match. Okay, you said, okay, we've got some baby faces that aren't on the card yet. Let's just throw whoever doesn't have a feud. We'll put them as a team, and then we'll have them face the Shield, because obviously the Shield have to have a WrestleMania match. That's what this matchup is. I don't really expect anything special, and you know, the build-up, you know, for this match, like all the other matches, just really generic and typical. Not a huge fan, but actually, I think the Shield are going to pick up the win here, and Randy Orton is going to turn heel. That's just my prediction.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because he's been the one who's been keeping the team together, and I think at WrestleMania, he's going to be one that tears them apart.
I'm sick of it. Yes. Yeah, their match at TLC was great. The Shield, they're definitely good with what they do. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see the Shield win, but who knows? We'll see. Okay, moving on. We got 4 more matches to talk about. CM Punk versus The Undertaker.
The streak will never end. Actually, it was in the closing moments of Raw last night. CM Punk did a really good job of selling the feud, making him look very powerful going into WrestleMania. Because on paper, CM Punk and Undertaker don't really seem on the same caliber of superstar. Undertaker's been facing legends the past few years at WrestleMania for the streak, and I really think CM Punk made himself look good going into the match this Sunday. As good as he did make himself look, though, the streak will never end. I assume The Undertaker wins in what will be an amazing wrestling match. Has a potential to be match of the night.
Yeah, Punk can wrestle as good as anyone, and so can The Undertaker, even though his age. But yeah, streak's not going to end, so Undertaker wins that one. Next up, we got the no-holds-barred match between Triple H and Brock Lesnar.
This match is for Triple H's career, which makes absolutely no sense because he doesn't really have a career.
Yeah, he doesn't have a career.
So I guess if he loses this match, all that's really on the line is him not wrestling once a year.
And he'll be back. So.
Since Shawn Michaels is in Triple H's corner, and it's WrestleMania, I assume Triple H picks up the victory here only because he's calling a lot of the shots these days, and I think he does have a little bit of an ego, not a huge one. But I think he does want to have himself win on, the big show. Not on the big show, but, on the big WrestleMania.
the guy of the big show. So who wins?
I predict Triple H, but I'd love to see Lesnar win. Don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Triple H most likely will win, but I'd love to see Lesnar win because fucking Brock Lesnar. Okay, World Heavyweight title match. Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger. Who gives a shit? Not me. Swagger. Hopefully Swagger wins. That's all I got to say with that. And finally, The Rock.
Wait. I didn't get to make one. Okay. I say Jack Swagger beats Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title. And this has been an idea that's been discussed over the past few days on the internet message boards. Check those out. Jack Swagger beats Del Rio for the world title, and then Dolph Ziggler cashes in on Jack Swagger, having him complete a full face turn in one night. He breaks up with Big E and AJ earlier in the night, which gets him a lot of pop from the crowd, and then he cashes in on the new heel champion later on in the night. He becomes the new world champion, and he's a face. Start of the night, he's a heel. End of the night, he's a face. They really seem that they want that to happen.
I love all of that except the face part because I don't think Ziggler would be a good face. That could be way too generic. Okay, finally, because the match is over, we haven't talked about it yet. The Rock versus John Cena. What is your prediction of this match?
I don't think Cena can lose 2 years in a row at WrestleMania, especially to the same guy. Although Rock is scheduled for Extreme Rules, so he is scheduled for some post-WrestleMania stuff. I think it definitely will be a great match, but I can't see Rock losing 2 years in a row.
Cena. You said it wrong.
Cena, my bad. Yeah, I think Cena picks up the victory here, but I'm not really looking forward to this match. As good as the wrestling quality may be, I don't think it'll be as good as last year's match, and that's that.
Yeah, I felt when they wrestled last year was kind of slow. It's a lot of just like the beginning is really slow, and just them sort of pacing around, getting the chance going. But actually, I don't think Cena's gonna win. I think Rock wins twice. His ego is way too big for him to lose.
I hate. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of the fan in me. Look at that, the fan in me chanting for John Cena to win. You know what I mean? Just because I don't like The Rock in this match, but hopefully Cena does win. That's the card for WrestleMania. Those are our predictions. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania is this Sunday, does it?
Not really, no.
It is, though.
It is, though. Yeah.
We're going to buy it, obviously. We're going to check it out. And we'll see you guys right back here next Tuesday for our next episode. Thanks for listening and watching. Hopefully you're doing both.